Oh boy.
What?
I don't know, you're cute. We're telling the story of my proposal and our engagement.
'Cause we're engaged.
Oh, it's like a long time coming and it's finally here.
Yeah, it's finally here. We're just gonna tell why is it?
Just do it.
We're just gonna tell the story of how we got engaged.
Yeah, so I guess where we start is how we met initially.
Well, in order to fully understand our proposal story, we have to go back about 8 years to what?
I don't know, it's just a long time.
We have to go back 8 years to middle school.
8th grade. We did a musical together.
Yes.
It was Beauty and the Beast. And you were Belle.
I was Belle.
And I was the Beast.
Yes. That's kind of like how our love story began, because that was our first kiss. We were Beauty and the Beast on stage, and ever since then that's kind of been like a theme of our relationship. So...
Definitely. Your grandpa just gave us a Beauty and the Beast ornament for Christmas.
We got a lot of Beauty and the Beast things for Christmas this year.
So that's kind of the reason why I'm dressed the way I am for the proposal.
We needed to make that point because it will better help you understand the story of our proposal. So I guess we'll just tell our stories so you can start.
You want me to start? Okay. Well, I made this decision a while ago, about a year and a half ago. We started talking about it. You kept asking me this semester, I guess last semester now, about if I had any ideas, any plans for a proposal, for a ring, or whatever. Did I have a ring? Have I talked to your dad? And I just kept saying, it'll happen.
You kept being very vague.
In August, right before school started, I went back home, and my mom, my brother, and I went and looked at rings.
What made you pick this one?
I just had an idea of that in my head, because it looked nothing like any of the rings that were on your Pinterest. But it was something that
it looked nothing like any of the rings that were on your Pinterest. But I love it. I wanted him to pick it.
It was something that again, an idea that I had in my head. I don't know if I had the 3 diamonds, but I definitely had the square princess cut.
I wanted him to pick it. I gave him vague like pictures, but I really just wanted him to pick it because I think it's more special knowing that he picked this for me.
So I picked that out, bought it, and then the next day I went and asked her dad for his blessing, and she had no idea this was even happening. She was like, "What? You went and talked to him? I had no idea."
Yeah, I had no idea.
That was a good surprise, just to start it off. And then we were trying to figure out a day, or I was trying to figure out a day when both our families could be a part of a proposal. I thought about doing it in Lubbock, but it just
Which is where we go to school.
Out in Lubbock, where we go to school at Tech, Texas Tech.
Oh my god, are you dying?
Maybe. But she had told me, I guess a few months before, that her and her brother were going to go back.
I just had planned that I wanted to come back home at some point in October just to see my family, so I picked just a random weekend in October that I could come home. And I asked him to come home with me, and he said that he couldn't because he was working.
That was not a lie. I did have to work. I was reffing soccer games all day that day.
Yeah, so he was like, I can't come home with you, I'm sorry, I'm reffing all day long, and so I can't come. And so I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just go by myself. My dad had texted me and was like, we're gonna go downtown to downtown Dallas and just go to a hotel and go have a nice dinner as a family, because we hadn't been all together as a family in a long time. and he was like, you should dress really nice because we're gonna take a Christmas card picture. And so I really had no idea anything was happening because it's not an abnormal thing for my family to go and like have a night out downtown. So I was like, okay, that's just another family night. So I had no idea, and he was texting me all day about how he was, oh, I just picked up a few more reffing games and all this stuff. So how did you get from there to here?
From Lubbock to...
Yeah.
I took a plane. I finished reffing at like noon, I think. I went home and showered and changed and got all packed up and went to the airport and got on a plane and flew down here. I guess the weeks leading up to that, my mom and your dad had been orchestrating all of this, where we were all going to meet up and intersect, where your family was not going to be, so that I could
be there,
get off the plane in the hotel and change. My mom rented for me a Beast costume
from Beauty and the Beast,
and she found this mask of the Beast head from the...
really scary.
It's from the live action, the newer movie, versus like a big furry, fluffy...
Yeah, so it was kind of
teddy bear
scary.
type of beast.
It was a scary mask, basically. So you got to the hotel and changed into that.
Yeah, and
still I had no idea that he was there. Like, I didn't see him in the hotel. He was still telling me that he was back in Lubbock. I had no idea. And I had like 3 tests that week or something. Before we had even left for dinner, I was just like doing homework up until like 10 minutes before we had to leave. And my family was like, aren't you gonna get ready? Aren't you gonna like do your hair and like do your makeup and like put on a dress? And I was like, it's fine, I have time. And it's actually really funny because I had pen all over my hands from making flashcards, and my mom just comes in and starts like scrubbing my hands, and she's like, it doesn't look nice if you have pen all over your hands. And I was like, why do you care? So I was at the hotel getting ready, and he was waiting.
Yeah, so my flight was actually delayed, and I was freaking out because I thought it was all timed to a T, but because you were doing homework, your family was also...
I made everyone late because I was doing
bit
homework.
behind, so it worked out great.
I didn't know. I was just trying to be a good student.
No, it was good. It was good.
Okay.
So I got to the hotel and frantically changed in the bathroom into this Beast costume. And it's really funny because me, my dad, and Logan, my brother, were all in the bathroom, and I'm in this Beast costume, and this guy just like walks in and is like... and then just like goes to the bathroom.
How long were you waiting in the Beast costume?
I was waiting in the Beast costume for about 45 minutes to an hour. I think we were in the bathroom for like 35 to 40 minutes. And we were all just watching football on my dad's phone in the men's bathroom at this hotel. So that was interesting aspect of that. Didn't think that was going to happen, but it was good.
Sorry, I was studying.
No, it was good.
Story of my life.
All the time.
All the time.
So what we had planned was, my mom has some friends who live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area right by the hotel where I proposed. So they met us there. The lady was just sitting at this bench in the courtyard.
Yeah, so basically my family was like, before we went to dinner, so we were all dressed at the hotel, it was time to go, and before we were going to dinner, they were like, let's go to this really nice courtyard, it's like all lit up with trees and lights, and let's take some pictures for our Christmas cards. I'm thinking, okay, we're just gonna go like take a few pictures for the Christmas cards. My whole family was there, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and my brother-in-law, and we went to this courtyard, and we just started taking pictures, and we took some of my sister and her husband, and some of me and my brother and sister, and it was just really casual. But like he said, there was 2 people placed there strategically. So we were taking the pictures, and then my dad knows that these people are placed there, and he was like, hey, can you take a picture of all of us for our Christmas card? The lady was like, sure, there's really good lighting right here, and like pointed to just like a really pretty area in the courtyard. And so we all got in our pose for our Christmas card. She took like a picture of us all in that pose. And Sorry, I just got like distracted.
No, it's okay.
I was like, oh.
So it's an outdoor courtyard. I don't know if you said that or not.
No, I didn't.
But it's an outdoor courtyard, and so I'm in the hotel, literally like 30 yards away from them. And the lady who's taking the picture, her husband was being my escort and kind of acting like a manager or management.
To me, he was acting like a security
guard. Yeah, you
kept
saying security guard.
Because that's what he was acting like.
He was dressed all nice in a nice suit and like a manager.
So, well, okay, but to me, it's security guard. I'm like, oh, that's a security guard. We were posing for our family Christmas card picture, and and then, so Preston walks by in the Beast costume, so I don't know it's him. He walks by with his manager, but it was a security guard.
Not my manager, the hotel manager.
Okay, all of that went completely over my head. I just thought it was a security guard.
Because it was around Halloween.
So, okay, and that's something else to mention, because people are like, how did you not know it was him? Well, it was around Halloween, so it's not too abnormal for someone to be in a costume.
Our thought process was, okay, the manager is helping me get through the hotel to this Christmas party. Halloween party.
That makes sense. And it works, security, whatever. I thought it was security guard because it looked like he was in a suit and he was like being all protective of you. Anyway, so they walk by. Like, I think I said something about like, oh, like, look, there's a beast. Like,
your
to
whole
my family
was like, oh, what? Oh, that's weird.
Oh, there's a beast right there. What a weird thing. And I was just like, what? And from this moment on, it's all kind of like a blur in my mind because I was just like so confused as to everything that was happening. My mom was like, we should take a picture with this beast. Like, can we take a picture with him? To the manager. And he was like, I think we have a little bit of time. Yeah, he can take one picture with you guys. And we were like, okay. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, what is happening? So he walks over and just stands with my whole family. We're still in a line. So all of us are in a line. He just gets in the middle and we just like take a picture with him.
Yeah, you were on the end. And so I was like, well, do I just hop in on the end? But then she'll know it's me. So I like...
Yeah, the closer he gets to me, I'm like,
hesitated. And I was like, oh, I'll just go to the middle and just stand there. But I couldn't say anything because you would have known that it was me.
Yeah. So he didn't say anything. He just like, and he was walking kind of weird, like trying to be like different.
Changing my gait, as people say. That's what.
Okay.
Changing my walk so that you wouldn't notice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I took off my rings.
Yeah, he was.
And my watch. I didn't wear my watch just in case you saw my watch.
Mm-hmm. So what were you feeling like in this moment of taking the picture with my family in the beast costume?
Well, when I was walking up, and I legit looked at you. Like, I made eye contact with you, and I thought you noticed, and I was like, oh crap. And so I just
please know that I did not know it was him at this point. Like, I was like, well, this is so random. A beast is like in the hotel with us. We're taking a picture with him. Like, so weird. I thought he was 5 hours away. Like, that's the best part. It's like, if he had been like in town, I would have been so much more suspicious. But I thought he was 5 hours away, so I was like, okay, we're just taking a picture with a beast.
And so I just kind of like scooted into the middle, and I got in between your sister and Dalton.
My brother-in-law is named Dalton.
Cass, like, Dalton like puts his arm around me for the photo and like squeezes my shoulder, and Cass like scratches my back and is like really excited for me, and I was just like, okay, this is like really nerve-wracking, but like they're all in on it, obviously, but like they supported everything, so it kind of helped. But I was so nervous that you were just gonna be like, let's press it.
Nope, not. And I had no idea. So we take a picture with the family, and then my mom is like, Madison, you should take one with just the beast and send it to Preston, because this is such a coincidence that like there's a beast here. It's funny. Take a picture with him and send it to him. So I was like, okay, this is so kind of embarrassing for this boy who's dressed up. Like, this is really awkward. He came and stood by me, and we were taking a picture, and I like had my arm my hand was like on his back, like smiling for a picture, and I just like remember like when I put my hand there, I was like feeling around his back to like see if I could like figure out like, is this him? Because I was like, there's no way he's here. And then like we took one picture and then...
Yeah, it was really quick.
Yeah, we took one picture, so I didn't have enough time to process the situation. So then what happened?
So we took the picture and then I attempted to take off the mask and I got my thumb stuck in one of the many layers that this costume had.
There's a lot of layers.
And then finally got the mask off. And then I proposed.
Yeah, so he just turned towards me and just took the mask off. And I was just like...
You were in shock. You didn't know what to say or think or...
My knees were like... I literally, my knees were like about to like buckle under me. Like, I thought I was gonna fall.
That's what I thought during the photo.
That your knees were gonna fall?
Yeah, I was shaking bad during the photo.
I just was like so in shock that I can't even comprehend the situation.
Yeah.
But he got down on one knee. Well, he took the mask off, got down on one knee, said,
"Will you marry me?"
And I said, "Yes." I remember saying yes.
You said yes.
It was all blur. And then we hugged for a long time.
For so long.
Probably and he was crying.
Probably like 3 or 4 minutes.
And he was crying.
You were too.
He was crying really hard.
Really hard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. And then we stopped hugging so I could put the ring on.
Yeah, and he put the ring on.
And I barely got the ring on because her hand was like this.
And that's so like cliche, like, oh, my hand was like shaking, but literally my hand was like, it was shaking so bad. And it's also funny because he put the ring on and he had like paws, like, because he was wearing a beast costume, but like the mask was off, but like the costume was still on. So he had paws and he was like furry hands putting the ring on me, and I was like, this is just great. It was so happy of a time. And then he put the ring on, and then I turned around and his whole family was there, and I didn't know they were there. So they just like came out of nowhere, and so everyone was all together at once, and that was what I really wanted, was everyone there. Mm-hmm. So I was really excited to see everybody there.
Yeah. And then we all celebrated.
Mm-hmm. So we still had our dinner reservations to go to. So we all went together. So he went to go change out of his costume, and we went to dinner. And the menu said, "Congratulations, Beauty and the Beast." So it was really cute.
And then the wine that we had was the Beast.
Yeah, the wine was called the Beast. So it was just a theme.
It was a theme.
And it, like, rightfully so, because that's our whole, that was the whole start of our relationship, was being Beauty and the Beast in middle school when we were like 13.
Yep.
So that's how it all went down.
Yeah. And now we're getting married this year.
This year, it's actually January 1st. Today is January 1st, 2018. And 2018 is the year that we get married.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Love you.
Love you.
I just love you.
I just love you. That's our story of how we got engaged.
Yes.
On October 21st, 2017 is when we got engaged. So
almost 8 years.
Yeah. So when we started dating in middle school, we never broke up. We're going on 8 years of being together. Yay.
Oh man.
It's crazy, but
good time.
That's our story of how we got engaged.
Yeah.
It was the craziest, coolest night ever.
And most nerve-wracking. But it was good, exciting. It was a fun celebration. Good to get the whole family together.
Yes. So that's the story of how we got engaged. And now we're gonna get married! So we're gonna get married in 313 days. So it's about to be a really exciting year, and we're going to, I know we haven't filmed very much, but we're hopefully gonna document a lot of the exciting things that are happening this year.
Some of the planning.
I love you.
I love you too.
You look cute in that.
Oh, thanks. I think I'll wear it
For the wedding day?
Yeah, I'll just wear it.
Probably not. Getting married in 313 days.
Bye.
Bye. You know what we should do?
What?
We should do 1, 2, 3, snap, and then I'll run and go get those hats. And when I snap, they'll appear on our heads.
Okay.
And we can be like, we're getting married.
Okay.
Okay. So what do I say?
I don't know.
So that's the story. Wait, okay. That's the story of how we got engaged, and now we're gonna get snap married. I'm gonna be wearing those. Okay.
Do we both snap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do the editing.
Yeah, I know.
We're borrowing these.
Yeah. Oh boy.